Hello and welcome back to another daily sneak peek. Hello, hello. How are y'all doing today? I hope everyone is doing well. I am. So I I don't know what we're going to talk about today, but I did find. You know what? I don't know what I'm talking about. I finally watched a speedrun of this game, and I've learned a few things. If I wanted to go really fast, I know how to go. I know how to go pretty fast now. You know. Um, One thing that they did was, I'm pretty sure, like, so when you sprint, you run out of stamina, right? So you can, like, I think you can, like, tap sprint, like, tap on and off sprint, and you're technically regenerated enough stamina to, like, do the sprint jump. So this is what you do, like, once you're out of stamina, is you just do this constantly. You just, like, you let your fingers off of shift after you're done with your jump, and you just keep repeating this motion. Which, you know, we could keep doing, but I don't really need to keep doing that. Because that way you're going faster, right? Like, obviously. I don't see any suitcases. Am I blind? I think I see one way over here, but I didn't see any, like, early on. Huh. And then I'm going to try to do a trick over in a... Just because I'm curious if I can do it. Is that a suitcase? No, that's a tree. I'm going to try to do a trick over in Caldera when we get there, too. And that's something we're going to need for that later. I mean, ideally we would use it for the bonus stamina, but we don't need to use it right now. If I get desperate for bonus stamina, we could use it. Are those? Yeah, those are bad. Oh, here you go. And obviously, like, when it comes to speedrunning a game like this, you just have to, like, probably do the C, like, for 24 hours. You have to, like, figure out path and stuff. Figure things out. We'll hold on to one of these since I don't have anything currently in my inventory. One thing I didn't get when watching the speedrun that I watched, which was that if you find a 23-minute speedrun even, that's the one I watched. I should have the person's... I should, like, write down stuff like that if I'm going to talk about it and be like, hey, here's this person's channel. And here's that video. I should definitely do that, right? Yeah, that's smart. I mean, I could go do it after the video's done and put it down in the description or something. I could definitely do that. Ooh, anti-road. Also, not surprising at all, but chain launchers are literally the most OP thing in this game. They are very rare. So, really, you have to get real lucky to get enough of them if you want to, like, a blitz kiln, basically, all the way to the top of it. You know. What do I want to talk about today? I can talk about what happened this morning. So, I was gonna post... I need to post the Twitter anyway, even because no one's... I mean, that's not true. I need to stop saying that. Hey there, you wonderful people who are watching this. I'm sorry. For my brain being dumb. But what I was going to say is, I mean, I should post to Twitter anyway, just to cast a wider net of people who can see it and see how stupid I am. I really don't know the way up here. But this morning I was making coffee. Oh, I use a coffee machine. I was setting up my coffee machine, and I for some reason just didn't put the basket back in to the coffee machine. I put the filter in the bottom of the thing instead of putting the basket in the, like, with the filter in it into the thing. And yeah, that's not that's not how that works. I'm really lost. Today's shore is giving me a little bit of I'm a little confused. I haven't seen any clear path up today. Today might be, like, a fun day to watch people stream this game, because, like, this one's going to be pretty difficult. I have a feeling. Yeah, this is just, like, a huge cave. Like, I'm gonna try going far right, I guess. Nope, that is decidedly not helpful. I need to do vocal warm-ups before I do this. I was laughing at a show I was watching. At a video. It was Ask Hank Anything, the one with Brian David Gilbert that, like, I think it was yesterday or the day before that it went live. It was real funny, real good. If you want to laugh, if you want to chuckle, good place to go. Maybe this was the path. I mean, there is this over here, but I don't see a way to get up to there. It's definitely, I don't know. I mean, maybe, let me see here. Yeah, if you're going, I would not advise going right today. Like, I mean, like midway up. Looks like right there, it literally is like a dead end. I don't think there's any place to stand up here. Oh, maybe there is. Okay, I avoided this because it didn't look like there was any place to stand. Turns out I was just wrong. Which I prefer, honestly. I was starting to wonder, like, what had happened. Also, by what I saw, like, at least the person I watched, they didn't use like the. I've seen some weird like climbing shenanigans where they like spam and they like zip around their hands a lot and jump on and off. They didn't use that very often. They used it like once, and that was only when they had a lollipop going, so they had infinite stamina. I mean, I would need to look into that and see if there's like there was a reason behind that. You know, I'm jumping around, because that's, you know, that's what I do. Because I'm going back to the speedrun when I wasn't talking about that 2 seconds ago. I could go back to talking about my coffee machine and how I had to clean up all the grounds that were everywhere. It literally overflowed and spilled out onto the counter and stuff. It was so good. I love it when that happens. My coffee machine's old, too. I got it back in college. And, I mentioned before that I'm 35. So... yeah, you can figure it out. It's at least 10 years old. It's at least 10 years old. That looks really easy once you get up here. That's probably the better way, but... I mean, better, easier. Because this way might be faster, so it might be more direct. You know what I'm saying? Is that a suitcase or just another one of these? Oh, that is a suitcase. I've been looking for one because I'm like, I would really like to get some more stuff for potentially later. We're gonna store this away. We're gonna go ahead and just eat that. Did I just try to climb that for some reason? Oh, yeah. And as I found out, like, it does make sense to me that the energy drinks are involved in speedruns. Like, pretty much whenever you get one, you're just, like, looking for a good position to use it on. Unless you know a place you're going to need to use. And in which case you save it for that. That looks fine, but we're gonna go up this way, because this looks better. The one part I was surprised in is they didn't use their speed items going into Kiln, but I guess that does kind of make sense, because you're going to need those items for later, in theory. Unless, of course, you have, like, a ton of, like, other things going for you. See, like, here, I can probably use this to get up this without having to worry about it. One of the things they did that was pretty wild. Was it yesterday or was it the day before? When it was like all the vines, I think it might have been yesterday. Well, there was like there was like vines you could stand on and poisonous vines. um, they actually jumped on a poisonous vine and walked across it because it was a way to get to a easy and quick route, like high up onto the up in the tropics, and that was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. I was like, oh well, I mean, I guess yeah, as long as you don't die. And they had like I think they had Pandora's lunchbox, so they just were able to reset their poison. I guess you don't even need to let go of shift. I wonder if it's better if you do, though. I wonder if my way of doing it is slightly faster than not letting go of shift. Hard to say. Who knows? I sure do love getting Bugle Friendship on my single-player runs. Ignore the amount of marshmallows. Once again, ignore those. We're only gonna take one. I ain't cheating. Oh, also, like, obviously, if you're doing a speedrun, there's really no reason to cook things. I mean, I guess you could cook something, because there's a wall here, until you actually activate it and wait. We got them yellow trees again. I remember this happening a few days ago as well. This is going to be another screenshot from Tropics, because the yellow trees are pretty cool. Might be. It might be, you know. You know what I can say? I finally have started putting things into motion that I've been meaning to put into motion for a long time. I've been wanting to do a game show type show for the YouTube, for here, and I've never done it. I've never pushed it, and I love a lot of game show type channels. I like watching Fueled by Sandwiches. They're smaller. They're kind of smaller. A channel that's been doing like Digimon and Yu-Gi-Oh quizzes. I think they started with Pokemon quizzes. Obviously, Zane. Is it Zane Plays? Or wait, shit. The guy who does the Pokemon quizzes that are often wrong. There's two of them. Technically, there's two channels that are very similar. They overlap. They're both great. It's Delicious James is the other one. I think that's the case. I love watching those. Oh hey, it's not Poisonous Vine Day. Which means there might be a very, very easy way up. We'll just drink that one. Oh, the vines look like they're very tame today. Like, they're very much near the bottom. Maybe that's the thumbnail. I don't know, man. Yeah, the vines look pretty tame today. Is that a purple right there? Oh, it sure is. But yeah, I've been wanting to do that. One of my favorite channels is Magic the Noah. I'm just giving all the shoutouts today. I definitely would love to do some of the stuff that Magic the Noah does, or similar things. Can I just say that Google Slides is actually a godsend? It's so funny to consider that to be a thing, but like, there's so many channels that like Google Slides is like relied on because you could share the I mean you could share a regular PowerPoint slide, I suppose, but Google Slides is accessible and doesn't cost you a monthly subscription. Yeah, I was worried about that. Oh god. Okay. Yeah, that was a little rough. It wasn't too bad. Could have been way worse. I do wonder what the proximity is on those, because, you know, I don't feel like I was that close. But, you know, at the same time, I was close enough for sure. Ooh, big lollipop. No, why not? Yeah, I think that's sort of the strat for speed. I think I messed it up a little bit, because I think you're supposed to lunge and then let go and then cycle. But, yeah, it's fine. It's fine. That's an interesting vine going up there. Yeah. You know, I really would like... I really, really, really would like a... just one chain launcher, maybe? I can't claim that? Okay, there we go. I'm gonna cause myself to pass out by taking too many things. Oh, there's a berry there, too. It's probably not that useful. Red clusterberry. Actually, I don't know which ones of these are poisonous. I don't know what happened there. I don't think it was poisonous. Oh, there it goes. Wait. I see you. Come here, come here. Get out of my sight. This is... Man, today's been rough for like the explosives and stuff that are around here. Yeah, that is not useful at all. Because I'm already higher up, so I should just go from here and go up this way. I mean, so far today's tropic is easier than normal, except for all of these being everywhere, but... I mean, the lack of the poisonous vines, the poisonous, like... Yeah, I think that helps a lot. I did not need to waste my bonus there, but that's fine. Another sports drink? Oh, no, energy drink, sorry. Sports drink's the other one. You know what, I don't care. If there is not a case up there, I'd be surprised, but also... I actually don't see a case over there. There might not be a case over there. Sorry, I'm doing the thing where I talk about the game a lot today, which is fine. It's fine. I can have a relaxing day where I don't talk about a topic, right? Right? Maybe I'll figure out the topic by the end of today's stream. Too used to being live on Twitch. By the end of today's video. What does it look like at the top of the waterfall? Oh, it's like its own special piece. I mean, I guess that makes sense. Also, you might have not noticed, but it's raining, which is fine. I said there's a spot to stand on top of that, too. There we go. Okay, I didn't trigger that, which is good. The question is there anywhere for me to go here? That is not the surface. Oh, please. There we go. It's a little worrisome. We can go that way. Yeah, and then head up this way. I really don't want to blow up these now. I see you. I really wish I could. I really wish I had enough space on my hard drives to save like the old ones, so I can show bloopers and how I died. But I really don't have the space. I mean, I probably would if I, uninstalled some games. To be fair. But I can't uninstall games. I play those, especially the ones that I haven't touched in months. I feel like I'm better at uninstalling games than some of my friends, because some of my friends are like, I don't got any space. I'm like, you have like, I don't know, Sea of Thieves installed still? And they're like, yeah, but we might play that. I'm like, we might. I do like Sea of Thieves. I do like it quite a lot. But also, that game's like 100 gigabytes. So, and I'm talking about myself here, because I still have Sea of Thieves installed. And I haven't touched it in a little while now. Yeah, I probably would have space for all my videos, huh? And I could probably start editing a blooper reel. But no, I've unfortunately been deleting my videos and literally recycling them and then emptying my recycling bin. So, whoops, oh well. And all it would have taken was to sacrifice Sea of Thieves. I haven't even played the new update yet. And I didn't finish the last Battle Pass, which usually that's like my goal. Is to at least finish all the Battle Passes, but, I've been playing a lot of other games with friends, We've been getting a lot of good, I had a stream the other day, and if you go over to my VOD channel, it's not quite up yet, but it'll probably be up tomorrow, where I literally titled it Friend Slop Endearing, because there's been a lot of good friend slop lately, and I think friend slop is maybe not the best term for it, but I find it an endearing term. I understand if you're like, I hate the word, I hate it. I understand. But at the same time, I think it's endearing to call it friend slop. That was interesting. Beautiful thing about words is especially words that are being created, like, at the time, like, you could kind of guide their meaning, right? You're the arbiter of the language you speak. And I'm of the proponent. I propose that, friend slop's actually a term of endearment. Ooh. Yeah. I know. I know. We don't say yeet anymore. It's old-fashioned. That's a word from, like, the 70s, right? The 2070s. 70s. You know what I'm trying to be stupid. Okay. Alpine is pretty ordinary today. Pretty ordinary yesterday, but this feels even more ordinary than yesterday. I really want to get some chain launchers. It will make the last level of this game way easier. I saw 2 suitcases this way. There is one over there. Oh, there's one right there. Okay. And there's one... Okay, you know what? We have a straight line here, pretty much. Am I maybe trying to slightly speedrun? I think I am. It's not really intentional. It's not really what my goal is. We should take both of these. Also, I think in this segment it's huge getting heat packs if you're trying to speedrun. Because then you just don't have to worry about the cold killing you, or knocking you out, rather. I do wonder if they might add, like, biome variants. I think that would be a cool idea. Is if they added, like, biome variants. Like... I don't know how to explain it. I'm trying to think of it. Like, instead of, like, tropics being, like, a rainforest, it's like a swamp. And, like, there's spots where you get slowed down or something, instead. And it's like a poison swamp. Because every game needs a poison swamp. You know what I mean? Like, every game needs a poison swamp. what would you do for shore and alpine? What would you do? Like you could do, if you wanted poison to be a chance to be relevant later in the game, for example, you could make it so that like maybe instead of Caldera being full of lava for some reason, it's full of literally like poison liquid, like toxic waste. Oh, maybe it's like a failed nuclear reactor on a like a sign of civilization that might have been on the island that you're on, and you have to, and Kiln is the inside of the nuclear reactor. like the smokestack, you know what I mean? Like the very iconic shape. But the inside is all like crusty and stuff. I don't know, so that you can actually climb it. It doesn't have to be realistic. Also, it could be really old. We could be in the future. We don't know. You know, I think that would be an interesting biome. Like, an interesting idea is like, old, like, post-apocalyptic city. And like you're climbing up not a mountain, but skyscrapers that are like on the side of a mountain. So you are still climbing up a mountain because you kind of need I think you need some of this sort of stuff, you know. But that would be fun. Maybe you do that for this biome. But if they really want it to be more like natural focused, they probably don't want to do that. I'm trying to think of like what would be a good. I don't know where we're going. I'm trying to think of a good one for this. You know, one thing that I am utterly fascinated with, though, doesn't really exist. I mean, it sort of does, but not on the scale that I'm thinking of. I've always been kind of obsessed with the idea of a glass desert. Like a desert that's been hit by like a large meteor strike or something, and like caused the whole entirety of the sand to be turned to glass because of superheating. Glass in desert happens because if there's ever like a thunderstorm, even if there's no rain, even if there's just like a lightning strikes the ground in a desert, it will create glass. Like glass can happen naturally. And that's pretty neat. This is an interesting rock, but it's just blocking my way. It's not like a path over. I think maybe going up here is the play. I was going to go further to the left here, but I think maybe going up here is the play. If this is a walkable surface at any point, it sure ain't. Okay, going further left is the play. I think. Okay, let me recover more stamina. And maybe we go right from here. Go over to there. Okay. Hey, could you be a chain launcher? Because I would love some chain launchers right about now. Well, okay then. Game is like, no, I cannot. Get up there. The reason I brought that up is because I think making shore a glass desert would be pretty rad. Oh, actually, we wanted to go the other way for that other. Because you're gonna have these like big spikes of glass. I mean, technically you wouldn't. I mean, the glass made from that sort of situation would be very rough. It'd probably just cut up your hands. Though. It probably wouldn't be advisable to like walk up that or anything, or climb up that. Rather. Yeah, maybe here to there. If this is walkable in a good amount of time. Okay, there we go. This doesn't look like the best way to go, but I also don't see any other way to go. So, I mean, like right in front of me. There's definitely other ways to go. But as far as where I have gone and the places that I can go... Alright. Okay, a flare. Great. Maybe here? Is there any way I can walk up here? Oh, yeah, right here. Oh, today's recording is also on an important day. Because in the VTubing community, you know, we're going to talk about VTubers again, because why not? Today seems like a good day to talk about VTubers. Ah, it was terrifying. I'm actually really scared about everything right now, because I'm not sure I have enough. Oh god. Okay, we're good. We're good. Good. We're fine. That's cute. It's like a little bunny. What do these symbols mean? There's a very important debut happening today in the VTuber community. You know what I should do? I should do a joke, but I don't know if I can find. I don't know if I can find. So I browse Twitter a lot, and I get given a lot. My algorithm is very much set to VTubers right now because I love VTubers. As stated priorly. And I get given a lot of VTuber content, and so there's a big debut happening today. But it would have been so funny if I would have saved. So someone made a tweet where they're like, maybe I shouldn't have set my debut on the same day as like a very big VTuber's debut. But it would have been funny if I had remembered that smaller VTuber's name so that I could say, that's the important one. You know what I mean? Shout out to whoever's having a debut today in the VTube community that isn't Saba. Saba, Saba's debuting today. If you don't know what any of that means, I don't know how much I really should explain. Saba's a completely new VTuber that has never VTubed before. Yep. So true. I don't know how much people listening to this know about like VTubing and how the VTubing scene works, but oftentimes VTubers are a lot of like the ones who work for corporations, and the ones who don't sometimes will graduate too. But ones who work for corporations, they often don't own like their IP and stuff, right? So they're not allowed to be that version of themselves anymore after they leave a corporation. And this is not always true. There are companies that are more akin to like a talent agency, and those aren't that way. But the ones who are run more like an idol corporation, like you would in Japan, those people don't get to keep that IP. That IP is kept by the company, and the company might use it for merch later or something, despite them not being there. It's a little odd, it's a little weird, but, it is what it is. It's just the way that works. And when they sign the contract, they know all this, right? They're informed about all that. They're not kept in the dark that they're gonna not be... What? What is happening right now? Doesn't think I'm stuck on a... It's bugging out. It's bugging out. It's bugging out. It's bugging out. I don't know what to do here. Maybe I need to touch one and then get back off of it. No, that's not what I want. Touch the thing and then get off. Oh, Jesus. Hey, anyone want to submit that to the bug reports? I don't know what I did that caused that. Oh, you know what it was? I didn't get tired. So it must have confused the tired and the ice one. Oh man, how did that happen? Because I have the heat pack on, maybe? Oh, that's interesting. I might submit that one myself. But if you're watching this, submit it anyway, because I might have not submitted it because I'm stupid. Yeah, go ahead and submit that one to Landfall or Landcrab, because that was bizarre and terrifying, and I'm glad I was able to like use my knowledge of game development and game design to kind of get myself out of that situation. Hey, by the way, my degree is in game development. I have a bachelor's of fine arts in game development. It's been very useful, mostly because I don't think that's really what I wanted to go into. And I picked it because my parents would not let me do a gap year, which is what I really wanted and what I really needed. Hey, we're talking about my mental health and how I got to be working again. I've talked about this on stream, too. It's not like it's anything new. Look, if your kid doesn't know what they want to do, and you're a parent, and they're like, can I have a gap year? Say yes. You don't want to spend thousands of dollars in college, or have them spend thousands of dollars in college and go into debt, and then them not use their degree at all, because that's not really what they wanted to go to college for. It's just not a smart investment. I think I have permanent heat on, which is interesting, but it's not actually, I don't think it actually is working. Yeah, I think I bugged the hell out of this game today. Because you can see it at the edge of my screen. I think it's best to see it if I'm looking up at the sky. You can see that effect on the edges. That vignette. Yeah, if your kid's like, I don't really know what I want to do, and you're like, you need to apply to colleges, don't do that. Just like maybe have them like go to someone to talk about like what they want to do. Maybe like have them think about it or something, and like bring them to like I don't know, if you know somebody, if you're well networked and you know someone who does the thing that they're like considering, maybe you can do that. But I mean, I know not everyone's gonna be able to do that. What do we got? I don't think I need that. What do I want to do here? We have another energy drink. All right. So I'm keeping a flair for a few things. One, it's practice for Ascension 4. If you don't know what Ascension 4 is, don't worry about it. Or Ascent 4. Yeah, don't worry about it. We're not going to need this for the next one, and we're not going to need the anti-rev either. And then we're going to eat one of the marshmallows. We're just going to use this to rush in, I think. I did hit record, right? Okay, just making sure I hit record. I don't have my camera on, so like I look over and see my camera like turned off, and I'm like, maybe I forgot to hit record or something. I really hope that, well, the last one I took didn't bug me out, so I doubt this is gonna bug me out. You know what? I could have saved, well, I would have had to throw it down, the thing. There's a benefit to being able to go fast in the trick that I'm going to be trying. But, you know. I don't think I can quite reach over there. Oh! Spicy feet. Alright, so the lava's going down. We're gonna have spicy feet. It's just gonna happen. We're gonna have extra spicy feet. Because we're gonna be down here a lot. I should just stay down here for the trick, but it's fine. I'm not gonna do the full trick, but we're gonna be doing a little bit of bouncing around on the lava floor here. We don't need to do too much here, because, I mean, this is all connected, pretty much, so there really isn't a reason for me to do that right now. If I was going for speed, I would have had a map. Like, I would have had mapped out a thing. And what I saw is he just literally used the trick where I showed off at the very beginning of, like, the sprint jumping. And he just sprint jumped across the entire bottom of the level. And then just was, like... He got lucky. He had a, Pandora's Lunchbox, and the Pandora's Lunchbox gave him freaking, ice, or chill damage. Which is very good for here. Okay, maybe that was too far to throw the egg. Ow. Ow. Yeah, that was my mistake. I like, was gonna go for the chain, and then I changed my mind halfway through. I think I might be too late on this one. But yeah, this is literally the trick. And then you can do this when you get really high up on that. And you just do this. And you probably want to do it as close to passing out as you can. And you just do that to get rid of it. And you can skip like a large portion of this by just ignoring the fact that lava is even there, pretty much. I mean, you can't do it through the lava. I would try to do it through the lava. But you can do it across the red-hot rock. Can I stand here without taking burn? Yeah. And, like, you can use this trick to get between things, also. Oh, good. Just don't cause yourself to faint. You know? I think he was going so fast, like, he literally one-cycled the lava, too. Which was pretty darn cool. I didn't do anything like that. But we did pretty good, honestly, all things considered, I think. Okay, that was a little odd. There. No. Oh, come on. Why did that not work? Excuse me? I'm slouching in my chair, so you're gonna hear chair sounds. I apologize. Oh, hey. This is nice. We're probably making very good time today, if I had to guess. No, we're not actually making very good time. I'm actually doing worse than I normally do at this point. Or, I'm doing about the same. It's comparable. We also haven't gotten any cookies either, which is, like, what the hell? Come on, now. We're not gonna need this inside. We're just gonna get it for the bonus stamina. Wow. I have one chain launcher out of all, after all of that. That is... Huh. That is real sucky. We'll store that. We'll actually store this, too, because I'm going to use the energy drink to just run in. Actually, we probably should save it, just in case we need to get up a larger thing. Man, though, today really did suck, huh? I probably should cook the food, I guess. At least this. Okay, well, I'm gonna eat another one. That isn't cheating. It's just... if I would have waited a second, I would have actually had hunger to get rid of, and I just didn't wait a second, so... Also, the beautiful thing about the spread jump technique is that... it doesn't consume your extra stamina. Oh, oh, jumps do consume your extra stamina. Never mind. Right. Oh, I see. So you don't want to have extra stamina when you're doing the jumps. Never mind, I lied. Ignore me. Man, I'm still hot. See the hot effect on the side of my screens? Yeah, I think I did enough things in enough rapid-fire succession that the game is very confused. But it's fine. It's not affecting us negatively as far as I can tell, so... It wasn't affecting us positively either, but it's not affecting us negatively, so... I mean, I guess if you could replicate that glitch, you could use it to maybe get across the lava, but then you would need to have some way to freeze yourself, so you'd probably need like a Pandora's lunchbox. So it could potentially be like a speedrun tech, if you could replicate it. Or maybe just the act of being like close to the lava would cause it to fix, maybe? I don't know. I don't know. Because clearly heat and cold are connected in the code. That was nearly bad. I didn't look where I was going, and that could have been like a very long fall, and I could have just been like, oh, cool. Well, that is not a place to stand. Come on now. Come on now. No. Let me dance here for a second. Yeah, the reason we're keeping a flare is for the final sequence, and I'll show why. I also learned a thing. Because me and my friends have been panicking on stream about a thing, but I'm gonna dispel some things that we've been having issues with, or thinking we've been having issues with. Cool. I mean, honestly good. I'd rather not have that on my screen. Where's the other one? Way over there, okay. That looks like maybe the way we should have gone, huh? Uh-oh. Oh, nope, that is... Oh, shit, that is bad. That doesn't work. As I thought it was gonna work. I'm glad I ejected from that idea quick enough. Because that could have been real bad. This is gonna be hot, potentially. I mean, we can still go over there. It's not too far off the... Well, no, yeah, we should be able to do it by grabbing the wall and stuff. Hey, look at that. Look at how beautiful that transition was. Okay. hate that we used all our bonus stamina, but I mean, we did nearly die once, so, you know, it's... The fact that we didn't die is good. I'll take it. I've never seen the back end of these, because they're usually, like, into the walls, I think. Maybe I have, like, once, but not very often. Okay, yep, that could have been bad. Oh, come on. I was trying to use that tiny platform to get some stamina back. I guess I didn't need it. I guess we could have just gone for it. But still. I think we're going to be riding really close to this lava. I really hope that this run goes well, considering we're already a kill. Oh, shit. We really don't want to touch that lava. Okay. I was a little scared there. And it probably didn't need to be as scared as I was, but I was a little scared there. Where do we go from here? There's a lot of hot rocks, but we could go that way. How far up can we get a chain launcher to go? I don't know if this is going to be a good idea here. We do want to use that eventually. How much of this is walkable is the question. I think maybe until this little... Oh, okay. Okay, I'm getting a little worried. Is still in it? Abort! That does seem like maybe the way, but maybe I should just put on the energy drink and try to go up like as fast as I freaking can. Of course, now I'm farther down. I need to eat. Let me go back here. I'm gonna start taking heat damage pretty soon. Oh, come on. Come on. Why is it not going up there? What the hell? Oh, that also removes heat. Good. Uh-oh. Also, my phone's ringing. Oh, a number I recognize, but still annoying that it's ringing. Get out of here. That's interesting. I still have the tiny sliver of stamina, but the bar is bigger than it should be for that tiny sliver of stamina. Huh. I'm breaking the game today, it's okay. I really hope that this is walkable. Sure it is, okay. This is not going to be walkable. Okay, okay, cool. I was like, okay. Okay. There is a suitcase below here, but I don't really want to go down if I can avoid it. This is a pretty easy jump. Do we want to make that jump? I don't know. There is another suitcase down there. Jesus, I hate rotating myself. Because it, like, I feel like as you rotate, you slowly go one way or the other. And I just feel like we can't get as high as I want to get with the chain launcher. It looks like this way is doable, but it is going to be hot. I mean, I might have infinite stamina right now, too. Definitely possible. It doesn't look too hot. It looks like we can do this without being in the heat too long. Although... Okay, this is a spot. I was like, if there is no spot here, then, yeah. I think we're nearing the... Yeah, we're nearing the web. Yeah, Saba is debuting today. Oh, okay. I was like, how am I aiming that far? Yeah, Saba's debuting today, and that's pretty significant. If you know, you know. You can figure it out. Look, you could do research. I believe in you. You got this. Just go to Google and ask, why is Saba's debut significant? Ooh. I mean... Yeah, that's interesting. Well, here goes nothing. I mean, hopefully this is a walkable surface so we can just jump off the chain for a second here. Maybe here? Oh, yep, forget that. Come on, go up. Okay, so when you're going that vertical, chains are funky. But we're nearly out of here. I'm not even going to use it again. I think we're at the point where, like, this shouldn't be too difficult to do. I do want to kind of test and see if we have infinite stamina. But I mean, I could just do that by, like, finding a nice safe spot, like right here, and just hanging onto the wall. I'm just gonna move around a bit. Go left. Did I discover an infinite stamina glitch? Doesn't look like it. No, I did not. Okay, just wanted to be sure. Besides, I don't know how, the steps to recreate that might have been really difficult anyhow. Yeah, we're gonna use this too. So why not? And we'll throw the rest away. And we'll use granola bar. Oh, whoops. Get up. I'll just take this. And we'll take that. I like how I started talking about Sapa back in Alpine, and then I just finished talking about her now. One of my friends thinks it's possible to climb the outside of the volcano, and I think maybe, but I think you would need like so much equipment that I don't know if it's worth it. You know? I wish I could just fire it. Whatever, we're just gonna throw it over here. So, thing is, I think as soon as you see the peak pop up on your screen, or maybe as soon as you walk over here, but I'm gonna walk into the peak just to be sure. You can light this, and that'll automatically call the helicopter, I believe. And you don't need to grab the rope. At least that's what it seemed like from the video that I watched. And maybe this was in patch notes somewhere, and I just didn't read it. But yeah, I think as long as you're in peak, you're going to get teleported to the helicopter. That's all. Cool, I didn't know that. That is very good to know. Now I can worry less about that, you know? That would have been so frustrating if I hadn't had the less than an hour achievement. An hour and 15 seconds is wild. Is actually wild. Anywho, thank you for joining me for another daily sneak peek. Here's your daily sneak peek at the peak seed for today. That is the reason why it's named this way. Hey, if you would be so kind as to like, comment, and subscribe. Like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps me out. It helps promote the channel. And, you know, the sooner I can get this channel monetized, the better, because I am unemployed, so, you know. But anywho, also go check me out on Twitch. I'm probably live right now when this video goes up. Probably playing more Voices of the Void. I don't know. I might have deviated from that plan. But yeah. See y'all around for the next one. I'll be back tomorrow with another one of these. More than likely. I mean, unless it stops for some reason out of the blue. Due to lack of... No, I'm just kidding. I don't want to say that. I don't want to say what I was going to say. Anywho, goodbye, everybody. Y'all have a good one.